Can you hear me? This is Crypto Kyle. Can you all hear me? Not sure if my microphone is set up or not. So let me know if you can hear me or not. All right, y'all ready to do this? Give me a thumbs up. And then I'm going to share this link into a couple places. All right, let's do this, guys. Just to be sure, give me a thumbs up or give me some sort of notification if you can hear me. If you can hear me, then we can start. In Telegram, if you don't mind. Let me check out my checking out Instagram real quick. Make sure nobody messaged me on there. Then we're gonna work this, make it happen. Good. All right, sweet. Give me one moment. One last thing I gotta do real quick. My WhatsApp. All right. Bam. Let's do this. All right, guys. Binance. I'm assuming you're all in Binance. Don't really know where to see messages from you guys. Okay. I see you. All right. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull this thing down over here. Minimize it so I can see what I gotta see. Messaged you. Oops. We're getting there, guys. Give me just a minute. First live webinar I've ever done, so bear with me. As far as like YouTube goes. All right. Break this thing down. Bam. Get this all pretty looking. All right. Bam. Binance. I'm assuming you're all in Binance. Whoever's watching this, if you are on Binance, that's amazing. If not, please use my referral link and then watch this video later. All right, so we're going to go over the overview of Binance right now. I just had some energy tea, so I'm ready to roll. Binance. Let's talk about some basics before we get into strategies and stuff like that. All right, so Binance, what I know about them is that they have a very hard vetting process and a very detailed process for what coins that they will actually list. They do not accept shit coins. All right, so they have a hard vetting process. Used to be that people would just offer them ridiculous sums of Bitcoin in order to get listed. Now they accept donations. Whatever you want to donate, the more the merrier. But they are donating this to charity, and that's another reason I love Binance. Binance, so you know, is the highest trade volume exchange out there. I think that OKX just beat it, but the one thing you have to know about exchanges is the volume can be generated by bots, and that's what pretty much 95% of these exchanges do. It's all a challenge to see who gets more volume, and if there's more volume, then next thing you know, more people will most likely use the platform, and that's their objective. So there's a lot of fakeness going on. So don't really worry about that. The whole point is liquidation and volume piques people's interest, but name brand and what they offer is the most important thing. All right, so I believe in the course, the AYFP Crypto Mastery course, we have a grading system on different exchanges. If we don't, let me know and I will make that one of the future videos to go over. Okay, so here we are. Bam, Ethereum up to 101. It was down to $82 last I remember, so we're doing pretty good. Over here we see volume. Volume is very important. You can change these by 24-hour low, 24-hour high. I don't like to mess with any volume that is going under about 300 to 500. I'm looking for different indicators. All right. So we see, since I've been in Binance last, we now have a USD market. So that is a stablecoin market. It used to just be Tether. And this is important to know. Stablecoin market is huge. Now you can trade pairs with any stablecoin. So that's pretty badass. Haven't seen that since I've been in here because I got kicked out of my Google Auth and it took me forever, like 2 weeks, to get back online again. So I finally just got in today and it's looking hot. All right, so on Binance we have 4 markets: stablecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Binance. The things to know about these 4 is they all have different coin listings. Bitcoin's going to have the most of them. Binance will have any coin that's on their exchange will be listed with Binance for sure. Ethereum has less coins, and I believe the only thing you can trade on Ethereum market is Ethereum-based tokens and coins. So ERC20 and Ethereum itself. So you're selling back to Ethereum. So that's one thing to know. I would have to double check that though. Yeah, so you don't see Bitcoin on here, do you? Unless we go like this. True USD, US. So looks like we see a lot of ERC20 tokens on here, but we have other tokens as well. So good to know. Anyway, just this is the overview part. All right, so one thing that I don't do, and a strategy you need to know about, is I don't buy in a coin that's already hyped up. Look at this. These have already gone on the run. When you're looking at the average price movement, we're looking at red coins. So I'd rather buy in on a red coin because I know it's going to turn green eventually. But sometimes in the past, depending on volume and overall market cap volume, overall exchange volume, since we've been in a bear market, it's been a little bit different. So strategies always change. But recently, I mean, 1% a day is still fire for me. If you're trading back to a stable coin, 1% a day, just compound that. I mean, it's slow, but at least you're making more than you are if you had it sitting inside of a savings account. But if you're a foreigner, if you're in a foreign market, that doesn't really matter so much because your bank might be giving you something different. Anyway, the point is to always make more than you're losing and compound that. And over time, that's when you're going to hit big numbers, unless you're coming in with big numbers already. And big numbers meaning a lot of fiat. And the thing you should know is there's ways to protect yourself. And I'm going to show you all that on Binance here. All right. So up here, what I like is they always tell you what's going on. Like we're going to list a new coin coming up. And there's a whole strategy that's in the course for new coin listings, I believe. I'll have to double check that. Let's see what we got here. Binance Academy. Ooh, this is new. Looks like they're educating people now. Let's check it out real quick. Binance Academy. Learn blockchain and cryptocurrency on your schedule and completely free. So they got some basics over here. Especially because I don't have everything in my course. This might be a good place to do some research. All right. And even if you get the same information here than you do somewhere else, at least the more times you see the information, the better off you are. remembering it. Okay, so what should we check out next? They have a good support system, just so you know. They always get back to me. I guess we can just go to the exchange. Let's see what's up over here. We'll do basic for now. All the tools are in advanced. Basic, you can eyeball a lot of things. This one's going fire right now. We're looking at RSI here, all right? So check this out. The one thing to know about trading on Binance is setting your candlesticks, okay? And the first thing you need to know about is fees, all right? So before you even start trading, look at maker-taker fees, okay? Maker-taker fees will be diminished. They will be much less. See right here, maker-taker, if you're using Binance coins. So what you want to do is go to BNB, buy yourself a little bit of Binance. I always have some on backup because it's a good coin anyway. Very stable. It's one of the most stable exchange coins, and you never see huge price fluctuations. It's actually been going up over time. If you want to look all the way back here to the beginning of December, we've constantly been going up. And Marcos, you can't see the whole screen. Okay, let me see what's up here. Hold on one second. Okay, let's see what's up here. Can't see the whole screen. I see what's going on. Okay, what if we go like this? Let's see if that's. Let's see what we got here. We go like this. Can't see the whole screen. What do I gotta do to fix this? Alright. Well, that sucks because we were doing pretty damn good there for a minute. I don't know what you guys can see, what you can't see. But how the hell do I fix this? Ooh. What is that? What the hell? Why is this being all weird as hell? Oh, I see. Bam. Ah. Much better. Gotta make it fit. Ba-dum-bum-bum. All right. Much better, guys? Give me a thumbs up if this is much better. Are we good now? Let me know if we good now, everybody. Yes. All right. Sweet. Okay. We'll have to do more trainings because that one just messed up my first intro. I don't want to go through it again. Okay. So, Marcos, you were looking for triple mountain peak, right? 1, 2, 3. This is kind of going up more, but if we go into advanced, let's check this out. Okay, this is not your typical movement, but let's go ahead and go to tools and go to trend line. Okay. So it depends on where you're starting, but you always want to hit the bottom of your candlestick, all right? So technically we want to start right here. So we can't force your trend line. It has to actually fit. So it would be more like this. So because we've bounced off support a couple times and we didn't break to the downside, that means this was a good entry right here. Okay? If you didn't get in right here and see the volume going up, this could be sometimes a bull trap, because you don't know, is it going to go up or is it going to go down? And how far is it going to go down? So that's where we have the case of trend lines, right? And so one thing you want to do, we'll add another one. Okay, so you're looking for triangles, right? See if it's going to let me do another one or no. Give me another one. So I've not done enough T in here, and I haven't done it recently, so I'm a little bit slow on this, guys. I was doing this mainly on Bittrex before. Bittrex completely tweaked their entire interface, and I was like, over it. Over it. Didn't want to deal with that anymore. Okay, can I make like a... I just want to make another one. Anyway, I was trying to make a triangle, see? We're looking for triangle wedges, right? And so that we can kind of guess where it's going to peak or where support is and where it's going to dump below support, right? So does this make sense to you guys? Do you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to make a triangle wedge, and I can't figure out how to make another line. Unless I can... So you want to hit the very bottom of these. All right, and then we're always shooting from, let's see if we can go more in depth here. Okay. We're on week. Okay, let's do day. Oh, so we're on the day now. We were on the week before. Okay. So this is day. So if we were going to go on past history, this is what we would be looking for. Okay. This is how you would know from buying in at this point if you were going to buy when volume had started dipping, and then all of a sudden, look at this. All the buy orders came in super fast. Okay? So that's when we didn't break support, and here would be a trend line. Okay, let's go like this. Rectangle. Okay, I like rectangle. Go like this. Okay, if I was looking at support zones, I would be something like this. Okay, I would say if it breaks back down here, then this is not a good entry. But if it breaks above, then we might be moving up a bit more. And that's how you want to cross-pollinate your graphs. So we're using several different indicators. And you can really use whatever you want, but don't overdo it. Don't have so many to where you're just getting confused. Because look, we got indicators and we got tools. Tools is you're making your own indicators. Indicators is something like RSI is one of my favorites because we're looking for patterns, right? So if we were just staying in between here, then I wouldn't want to mess with that. I'm looking for volatility. That's the only way to make money. If we're just staying flat, eventually it's going to have to do something. So it either has to break down or it has to break up. So that's where chart pattern history comes into play. Is all this making sense to you guys? Shoot me a message on Live Dashboard YouTube or on Telegram. Let me know what's up. We'll keep talking. Okay, so when we're looking at Triple Mountain Peak, we didn't really hit it. Yes, okay, cool. We're looking at Triple Mountain Peak. Like you were saying, Marcos, you're right. We're not seeing a lot of it lately. What are my 3 favorite indicators? It would be trend lines, support zones, and RSI. Those are my 3 favorites. And one thing that I'm going to suggest to you right now is if you're trading anything more than an hour candlestick, then you should do FA. And FA is fundamental analysis. And that's basically doing research outside of the charts and graphs. Basically looking at what news is coming up, what rumors are coming up, recent hacks, hard forks, splits, what's going on in the market outside of this, regulations by governments, partnerships, that kind of stuff. We'll go into a fundamental analysis actual video later, but I just wanted you to get the general idea if you didn't understand that. So I suggest anything over an hour candlestick, you want to go outside and basically see what's going on. Maybe even 4 hours, but definitely nothing more than 4 hours. You definitely want to do more research, especially if you're playing the longer trade game. If you're going for quick volume, then you're going to want to hop in there and do some sort of technical analysis for yourself. All right, and when we're looking here, right? So I don't know if I can go back further. Let's see. I don't think it wants me to go. It doesn't want me to go back further. Ooh. Just notice there's a built-in trading view. Very nice. Trading view. I'm assuming that you can make your own charts and post to trading view if that's something you're into. We'll go back to the original. Okay, so down here, RSI. RSI zone is this right here. So this gives you a lot of information depending on how you're going to play it. If you were going to enter, and Anthony was asking about entry and exits. Okay, check this out. I would totally want to enter around here if I saw it declining and declining, and then we saw trade volume go down. So let's check this out. Volume. Ooh, okay, so we can't have both indicators at the same time. But look at the volume. Okay, kind of chilling, but all of a sudden a spike in volume. A spike in volume generally means we're going to be doing a lot more trading. So more volume means more liquidation. And once you see this spike, usually this means there's a lot of big buyers coming in. And if big buyers are coming in, that usually starts a snowball effect of whatever direction we're going, up or down. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, please let me know. If not, I will go more in depth, if I can, into this subject matter. We're only picking one coin here, so we'll talk about this coin for a while, but we'll go scout for something. And I'll show you some cool stuff. Y'all still there? Yes, Anthony is there. Very nice. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so what I'm looking for is, if I'm hunting for one trade, I used to trade pretty crazy. Like, I would go pick 3 or 4 coins and just trade and trade and trade. That was probably the gambling side of me, because I used to play a lot of Texas Hold'em, and I would play like anywhere from 3 to 9 games all at the same time, because it was just a patience thing. But you don't want to get stuck like that trading crypto. Trust me on this. 1, maybe 2 at the tops. Maybe 2. But pull open your windows side by side and make sure that you don't have 2 high volume trades going on. Because back when Tron was pumping, it was so crazy that it froze my computer. And by the time that I could log back on, I'd already dumped 30%. So that kind of pissed me off. And if you see something like that happening, your computer fan starts heating up, you start hearing your computer go zzz, quickly shut down any other windows or programs that you have. Give more juice to this. Immediately set a stop loss or sell order so that you don't get caught in that little craziness. That is something that can save you hundreds to thousands to tens of thousands of dollars. That little thing right there, just knowing when it's happening. I might have a video somewhere showing it. I have so much content all over the place, it's like ridiculous. But I will try to find something like that and show you an example so you don't get caught in that. Um, so what should we talk about now? Okay, so my three favorite is, you see this? This would be like a sport. We're well over it. If you would have bought here, even so, like maybe you didn't want to enter for a while and you weren't sure, because you never know until after the fact usually. So I probably would have bought in here because we didn't break support, and that means we kept on going up. So sure, I may have lost 3 or 5% or whatever. That's 0.25, and this is about 0.37. So that would be about 50%. Oh, that's a lot. Is that 50%? No. Really? 0.25. Okay, that was 0.25. 0.37. Wow. So that's 50% gains. That is 50% gains right there. That, folks, is 50% gains. And that is one day. So each one of these is a day candlestick. Okay, if you're playing the long run, damn, not bad. Okay, that was 7/24, July 24th, and that was, what day was this? Let's find this out. I just want to move this just so I can find out. What day was this? 8/13/24. So it was about 3 weeks. 3 weeks, 50% gains. So you see, scalping is not always the key to making profits. Scalping, I'm saying that again, scalping is not always the key to making profits. I know back in the day I would give you a lot of scalps because they were just, volume was out of control. But when you look at something like this, slow and steady wins a race. Tortoise versus hare strategy. Okay? So even so, when you see walls, this is almost a wall. Okay? If you look at the week, that's probably a wall. This is considered a wall. And we typically don't see more than 4 going crazy in a row. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're lucky there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you saw a lower end and a higher end. We got a lot of wick on both ends here. That means there's suppression from buyers and sellers. That means we're probably not going to keep going up, and we're probably going to dump. That's when you want to sell, okay? Once you hit that. If you were to buy after the first day, these are weeks. Okay, these are weeks. So that's a whole month. Okay? Whatever trade you're doing, make sure you're consistent with it. Don't switch from a week to an hour to a 4 hour to like 15 minutes. Don't do that. It's going to mess you up. Just stick to patterns. All right? It's all about trading the same pattern over and over. And when we're looking down here at volume, we're starting to thin out again, right? So we may be seeing this go up, but we're thinning out in volume, meaning we might just crash down and hit our support zones again. So let's look at this. Bam. We've already had our run. We might come crashing straight down, but you're not shorting this. If you were right here and I was you, I would probably short for like 1 week or a couple days, just dumping down 10 or 25 times leverage, because we already saw it do its run. As soon as it hits the peak of its run, think of like a swing. When a swing is getting momentum, every time you swing with your legs, you go a little bit higher. Okay, you're increasing momentum, but eventually you have to swing very hard if you're going to go in a circle. But if you do, most of the time, you're not going to make that full circle, and you're going to fall straight off the swing and fall on your head. That's kind of what's happening here. There's push, 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 and then we see suppression. That means we're probably going to tumble again. I don't think we're going to keep going up, up, up. But you never know. Okay, we have a lot of room for support, unless we remove support and go like this. Okay, if it breaks past that, we're going to keep jumping around here. Okay, so we've already missed our chance on this coin if we were doing a week. If we're looking at an hour, ooh, look at this. See, completely different. We still got our same support zones down here. So anything within this area is a good buy. Buy, 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 because we're not dumping below it. So anything below within this box here is a buy opportunity. Even if you're getting 1, 2, 3, 5, 10%, bam, sell it back to a stable coin. If all you're going to do is trade pairs, let it go on its run, sell, let it go on its dump, buy, let it go on its, wash, rinse, repeat. Buy here, sell there. Buy there, sell there. If you're not seeing a lot of volume, as we see down here, then maybe you got to play the longer game. The whole point is to always make more than what you had. Don't get greedy. Only time that you should get out of a position is if you see a better opportunity somewhere else. And always have a stop loss. Immediately when you come in, have a stop loss. Are we good on this, guys? What else do we want? Do you want to see some more tools, or you want to go like hunt for some coins and try some different things, or what you guys into? You are my live people. By the way, if you want to clear an indicator, go like this. Clean. Bam. All gone. Or if you just wanted to delete the last tool that you did, just do delete selection. Okay? And then if you got indicators, let's say we have MACD. Now MACD's up there. I want to get rid of MACD. Bam. Hunt for some coins. All right, let's do it, folks. I don't even know how many people are watching right now. But as long as it's not 0, let's do this. Oh, by the way, this was 1 hour. Okay, this was the past day. This was today. Right, we see volume here. Let's just take a look at this. 5.4. Okay, we're looking 5.4, right? About 5.4 to 5.7. How much is that? Let's take a look. All right, 5.4 divided by 5.7%. Wait, did I do that right? 5.4 divided by 7 equals. It's not like 1% or something like that. I think it's trying to tell me that was 1%. I don't want to spend too much time on that. 5.4 to 5.7. 1% maybe in an hour. I don't know. We're looking for gains either way. So let's get out of there. We're going to, where are you? I want to go to basics. Bam. Original. Nope. Get me out of here. Okay, we'll just go like that. Basic. We are back. Bam. Ooh, this is what I like. What goes up must go down. What goes down must go up. All right? This is another pattern I like to look at. Volume. Volume, buyer's volume, seller's volume. And they're usually equal. Let's go hunt for some coins. Volume. All right. And this is what you should know. It's no longer just a Tether market. It is now Tether and True USD. USDT is Tether. Oh, even Bitcoin and Pax. So Pax is a stable coin as well. I know there was Tether in here. True USD. See, we have a few True USDs on here. Pairs. So we have 3 different pairs. This is now a stable coin market. I love that. So you can trade back and forth with any of these. Volume is going to be different here than it is going to be with Bitcoin. I'm looking for volume from 500 and up. 500 is okay. It's not the best. But once you hit 1,000, you know that we're starting to see some interest. 1,000. See, we already missed that run, but we may be going on another one. We may even dump a little bit, but history is what we're looking for. Okay, so we already went on that run. We're going to see a little bit of suppression coming down. Marcos was talking about triple mountain peak. All right, so here's a good example. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and if we're looking at the first run, here's the first run. Here's the second run. So it looks like we may be due for a third one, which would put us up here somewhere. But you don't want to buy in right now because we just finished a run, and we got to generally see some suppression, some people selling off. What goes up must go down. So it makes sense, guys? If it does, shoot me yes, it makes sense. Okay, let's hunt for some coins. Tron, baby. It's all about Tron, long term. I don't care what anybody says about Tron. Oh, yeah. Yes. Anthony says yes. Tron, baby. That was our pump. Remember that pump? We're looking at the month candlestick. We're starting to see some movement, and we're having a little small amount of sell-off, but I think we're going to see some more push-up, and we might even go to 500 sats again. If we hit 500 sats from 427, 75, so that's about 20%. That's a 20% gain. And if you want to play the 1 month, look, Warren Buffett makes about 20% gains every year, but he compound interest on those. So every year he gains, he keeps reinvesting his gains. So 20% a year. I'm guessing we'll probably, like, if the market doesn't dump again, even if the market dumps, Tron just hit 1 million transactions. It is destroying things right now in the decentralized market. And look at our support zone, 252. Ooh, that's not good. 277. So we've already gone up double. Tron is like a pump coin too. Let's look at the day. Bam. So we might see a little bit of suppression coming down, but I feel like we have room to go up a little bit more. If you're just shooting for short gains, 427 to 450 is still like 42. Still like 5% gains. If we shoot here again, that's 5% gains. Hey, when you're trading back to a stable coin, 5% gains is good because you can keep on compounding. If you're in here every single day, trading, always hitting these notes, buying on the sell, selling when people are buying, the average buyer. We fleshed out a lot of traders, especially noobs, and that's why a lot of people went to BitMEX and they're margin trading. But there's always volume in these. If you did this every single day, look, this is one day. If you just got this one right here, if you just got this one trade, 361, and let's just say you sold about right here, 407. Okay, that's 10% in one day. Do that over and over and over, and you will be hitting 6 or 7 figures within 3 to 4 months, starting with like $1,000 to $10,000. You got to be aggressive though, guys. And a lot of people have like fallen off the radar. A couple people have left the VIP group. They're sad. They're discouraged. I haven't been there showing trades. But I guess people need guidance, or I guess people want to just be motivated by somebody else doing it. So I'm going to get in these trades more often. But honestly, if you compound over and over and over, there's no reason you should not be hitting six figures even in this market. It's a lot easier to do it in the bull market, but seriously, there's no reason you should not be making hundreds to thousands of dollars a day. Seriously, I don't see any reason not to if you can just hit the patterns. So we were analyzing this. Let's look at the week. This is Tron. Okay, Tron, it looks like it's just starting to go on another rise again. Okay, I'm probably gonna buy some Tron. In fact, let's do it just to put the money where my mouth is. Let's see. We already hit a peak. We might dip a little bit. Maybe I'll put in a buy order about 398. Say 398, just in case it dumps. If it doesn't, no harm, no foul. Okay? And if you were worried about it and you want to make a long-term play, coin market cap. This is where you always want to go and see what is going on. Ooh, Bitcoin Cash, baby. I've been talking with Roger Ver, and I'm going to try to see if there's anything we can mutually help each other with. I already helped him. Someone was conning his Instagram profile, so I let him know, and he was happy about it. Dang, I remember when Bitcoin Cash was in the thousands. Guys, this cracks me up, and it's still a top 6 coin. Bitcoin SV, a hard fork. I didn't get any of it. Tron, number 10. All right, let's look at some history, guys. Let's look at the history. All right. Ooh, this looks like this would have been a good time to buy. But we're starting to go up. We might even dip a little bit, but it's still. You're seeing some pretty cheap prices right now, guys. Seeing some pretty cheap prices. And we're looking at history here. This was November. This was a month ago. This was November 25th. All right, so about a month ago. And we're starting to move up again. And what I know is Tron is doing good outside of here. You can always go to the social, check out their website, check out their social media. Bam. If you want to do more in depth. But look at this, guys. This is a good entry point. I've been bag holding Tron since about right here-ish. So almost breaking even again from where I bought in. Could have been trading, could have been shorting because BitMEX has Tron as well. But Tron, since I called in my YouTube video at 89 sats, I'm telling you guys, this coin for the long run is, dude knows what he's doing. Very good long-term trade strategies. All right, let's see what's going on here. Waves. The whole market kind of went up, so let's look at the market. Market is at 122, and remember it was at 100 something, so we're up 20% pretty much in the market itself. Bitcoin dominance is still about 53, 54% ish, fluctuating in between there. Always pay attention to that. If Bitcoin dominance starts tanking, that means altcoins are going up or money's coming out. If the money is still staying the same and dominance is going down, that means all the money's going into altcoins or stablecoins. Just so you know. So we're going to see similar patterns all over the place. Since I'm coming in after the run, I missed out. But maybe I'm just not even going to mess with Ethereum right now. They got some internal issues to deal with. Ripple, maybe you could catch a break there. EOS, I won't mess with EOS right now. Bitcoin Cash ABC. So I guess they're calling it different. But look, we already had our dump. We may see a double dip. but this may actually go up a little bit. So it's a gamble because it's a new coin. We don't know a lot about it. We're kind of trying to look here at price charts, but we see that this only went up because market cap went up. But I'm looking at RSI down here. We've already hit lows. So this is a day candlestick. Let's look at what the hour's looking like. If we look at patterns here, we might see this go for one more little push up here, and I would say somewhere around 31 to 32. Typically, we want to look at the patterns here. So 1, 2. So we're looking at 2 of these rows here. So I would say maybe we're going to get to 32, maybe a little bit higher. You never know. But we've already seen down here we'd have our dump, and our dump usually goes not all the way to the bottom because we're on our second rise, technically a third, but these were very close together. So we'd have to look at day. We're looking on the day. We would look at history. 1, 2, and we usually see a little dump. We see just a very bearish downtrend on this whole coin. So I don't know. We're hitting support. We actually dipped below the previous support. So we have room to move north. But that's where I would look into fundamental analysis, because I don't like the previous history. I don't like it. But because we're at lows and we've hit support and even a lower support, it's a gamble, in my opinion. So I usually pick top 10, top 20 coins, unless there's some reason why I should be buying it, or if I see some sort of volume spike up. That's what I'd be looking for. You guys still with me? Anybody still with me? Are you still with me? I don't know if anybody's still with me. Monero. Monero's a weird coin because the main reason anybody uses it is for privacy. Anthony's still there. What should we look for, Anthony? You're the only one watching right now, bro. Let's do like 10 more minutes of this. It's almost 10 p.m. and then I will log out. So let me know what you want, my friend, and let's make it happen. Maybe we'll go down to, let's go down to when I'm bag holding. Let's see what's going on. I think there's like 0, I won't say 0, but under 100 volume in the past 24 hours. Holy crap. If it's this bad, they're like limping into the race. Anything under 100 volume is like nobody really cares anymore. Okay. Hot. 211. I mean, it's not horrible. This is my baby. This is when I was flipping. Oh. So, we're on the sell. Now is the time to buy again. Our high was 24. Remember when I called this at 9? We were because it flipped between 12 and 13, and then 13, 14, 13, 14. You buy and then you sell 1 Satoshi higher. And what is 1 Satoshi worth at 13 Satoshis? It's about 8%, right? 7 or 8%. About 7%, to be precise. So if you buy here and you sell there, it may take a couple days. But at some point, you might get to sell and you just made 8%. That easy. You don't even have to think about it. And you're technically not selling lower because our support is here. And 11 to 13. You might as well just bag hold because this coin for the long run has a lot of potential. So when you're looking at a coin like Holochain, you know overall that it's fine to just bag hold it because of what it's potentially capable of. Maybe we're not seeing a lot of trade volume here, but you could do what I was talking about and trade back and forth. You see, nobody's even buying or selling. We're just sitting here. We're just chilling. That means there's no liquidation. That means it might be days before you get a sell in from this 12 to 13. So you might want to buy in now and just hold and wait for it to go up a little bit. And if you're interested in swing trading, it's hard to swing trade low volume coins. So that's why I look for 1,000 or higher, because then you can liquidate fast. But what goes up must go down, and we're at the what it looks like the bottom of our downside. So buying around here, 12 or 13 Satoshis, could be good, especially if it goes up to 13, 14, 15. You just made a bunch of money, thousands. Then immediately sell, but the thing is, Holochain is on the Bitcoin market. So if you sell, you're going to sell back to Bitcoin. So you'll either have to look for another coin to trade, and there's nothing you can do about the market fluctuations. So first you have to get your own back. What's the market going to do next? Do we think it's going to keep crashing? We'll never really know. But if it does, you need to be ready with a stop loss, okay? If you're not going to just back hold it. But if you're going to sell back to to Bitcoin, and you're going to step away from your computer for a while and you want to keep your earnings, sell them to Bitcoin and then sell Bitcoin back to USD, okay? If you're using Binance coin, BNB coin, you're going to get a discount. I'm VIP, so I get a hookup. So make sure you're a VIP. So technically, I'm in a good position. If I sell now, that's stupid because I bought this at 16 to 18 Satoshis because I was flipping up around here, and I've just been holding for weeks, literally. So it would be stupid for me to sell that. I don't have any Bitcoin right now. I'm pretty spread out. But if I were you, or if I were me, I wouldn't be trying to flip this right now. I would just enter some good positions and then set a sell order for somewhere around here for the next spike. But I think this is our first spike. They're taking a while, so weeks. So it might be weeks before we see this again. But tortoise versus the hare. Just make some money. That's the whole point. Okay, let's look at a high volume coin real quick before we get up on out of here. So waves we don't want to mess with because it's already done its run. Ooh. Yeah, I see down here. You might make some profit if you do waves because people are still interested in it. Let's look at the day. That was a week though. But you want to set your buy orders a little bit lower. Do you know how to set buy and sell orders and stop losses in trailing buys and trailing stops? I would not buy in on waves right now. FYI. Sure, you might run a chance of making a little bit of profit, but risk versus reward is not good. So let me know if you know how to set trailing buys and trailing stop losses in Binance and how to protect yourself. Do you know how to do that? Let me know if you do or you don't. US, baby. True USD even fluctuates. It's supposed to be $1. But even True USD moves up and down. So you can buy True USD and trade it back and forth, back and forth. I haven't been trading in so long, I forgot how fun it is. It's just a lot more fun with more volume. But there is some volume, so that's cool. Lumens. I am bag holding lumens. Ooh, but look at this. We had our bottom. We might double dip, but we might start going up. Stellar, baby, what you up to? And one thing to know is just because it's only up 1% in the past 24 hours. A lot of the focus was on these other high volume coins. Please explain trailing stop losses. Okay, I'll show you in a moment. Let me explain this real quick. We're only up 1% here, but all these other coins, let's see, up 30%. This one's gonna dump the next day or two, so we're not gonna see 30% forever. And then that gives these other coins a chance to flip up because the market's not moving a lot. That means people are just rotating through trades. They're trading this one day and then trading that one another day and they're trading this one day based off of volume. Once they ride this wave, they're like, okay, I'm gonna get off this wave. Now I'm gonna go find something else that's about to peak up again and then ride that wave. But there's many traders. Some of them are trading short. Some of them are trading long. Some of them are trading longer. So it just depends on your trading style. I can never tell you how to trade. I'll just show you what I do. Okay, so let's close this out with trailing stops. This is what you're going to do. We're closing this video out. I have some here. This is what I do. Stop limit. Okay, go to stop limit. And this is what I'm going to do. 13. If it hits 11, I am going to sell it for 11 because the volume is not going crazy down. Okay? So I can say, I can make it easy and just say a percentage, or I can just put in a number. Bam. 50%. Okay? Or 50,000 of the coins. If it hits 11. That's how much I want to sell. Bam. If it drops to or below 11 Satoshis, in order to sell 50,000 hot at a price of 11 will be placed. Place order. Okay, so if I go to sleep and it goes down to 9, this will sell in the middle of it unless volume goes so quick that it skips past me. On a low volume coin, that's not going to happen. On a high volume coin, you need to have a spread. Okay? I don't actually want to sell this, so does it show you how to do a stop? Okay, a trailing stop would be like this because I'm going to do a trail, right? 10. If it keeps dumping, I want to get rid of another 25% of them. All right? So it's a trail. That's what a trail is. If it starts going down, 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 it's going to hit that sell, and that sell. And the reverse is a trailing buy order. If I said, okay, once it hits 14 Satoshis, okay, I want to buy more. 25% of whatever I have up here, or, you know, whatever. You can't buy this small amount. You have to spend a certain amount of Bitcoin in order to even make a buy order. Max, I don't know what that is. You won't know until you try to make the order. But make sure you're trying to spend at least $3, $4, $5 at a time, or it's not going to go through. Whatever that amounts to, but I don't have enough to show you. We'll do that in another video. So does that answer your question about trailing buys and sells? If that does, please let me know. I'm keeping these here until I get a thumbs up or a thumbs down from you, just to make sure. We've been live for over an hour. Very nice. We'll do a lot more of these live videos as well. I'll train people until you all make $1 million. I want you all to make $1 million, and you're the only one watching, Anthony, so it's possible, bro. Okay, that answers your question. All right, I'm canceling these, and I'm going to show you one last thing. Okay. Waves. Okay, if I was going to do a trailing buy, oh, this is kind of flat. These are hour too. So it either has to go down or up. And we have suppression. So we might actually see this go up again. I don't know. It could, but remember I told you it's risky because I'm looking at the day. If I look at the week, we're already starting to spike up, and we might actually see a little bit higher. We might even hit 11 or 12. I mean, there's room. There's room to make money, but I don't want to be the one to say buy in or don't buy in. This was obviously a pump up to 9,000, which is just insane. But we haven't seen a lot there. And usually on a flat chart, you're going to start seeing pumps. So, I mean, you got to measure out patterns. You got to measure out history of what we've seen in the past. I know I have a video explaining flat chart lines and when to buy in, but honestly, you could probably still make a lot of money off this. You just want to set a stop loss immediately. Okay, if I was going to buy in right now, and I said, okay, if it goes, let's just say I just bought in right now. Let's just say I have a bunch of waves, okay? I could do a trailing sell and a trailing win. If I want to sell, I have to decide how much I'm willing to lose versus what the chart would put us at. If I said, if it goes below 6883, we're at 9. That's like 33%. I don't think it's going to dump down to here, but I could say I want to sell if it goes below this because it's definitely a loss. But then you want to look back here and be like, oh, well, 6883. Oh, that's the lowest it's been was 2,000. So we're up almost 4 times in about a month. Wow. It's like 400%. That's pretty damn good. We're looking for gems. We're looking for these crazy pumps. You know what I mean? But now, instead of it being a day that this happens, it's happening over a period of a week or a month. So we need to play the longer game now. So we want to look at past history. If we're looking at our flat chart and it's a decent coin, we might see it go back up. I still think it might dump. But I'm not going to enter it because all my position is used up right now. Well, it's really up to you what you're going to do. But always set a stop loss. And if I showed you how to do a stop loss. Since this is 9,400 Satoshis, you want to have a bigger spread. If I was going to set a stop loss, let's say at 8500. 8499. They might skip right past us because look at the Satoshi spread and look how the spread is 89 all the way to 402 within a couple trades. It might pass right past you and you might not kick in your sell order. So you always want to have a good enough spread, like 8450, 50 Satoshis per coin. Maybe that's a big spread. But the nice thing about Binance is it will, in between there, won't necessarily sell at 8450, but in between it will sell whatever the average sell is going at. So you might be selling at 8475 and it might not actually go down to 8450 for your sell order, your stop loss, which is good, but you're giving yourself some cushion space so that if it just tanks immediately, you're not caught in the middle keeping these coins while it tanks and you're away from your computer. Okay, so if you have any final questions right now, shoot them at me. If not, let's wrap up this video and we'll plan for another one in the future. It is 10 o'clock. I had some energy tea, but I still got to work on the platform. By the way, partnered with CryptoMedics. They have all of these services that you possibly would need in crypto investing. They have calls such as BitMEX and margin trading calls. They have regular Binance calls. They have bots for notification tools, 24/7 customer support, and anything else that I help them with, because we're about to rank up that group. Because I'm building a platform and I'm trying to get all-in-one solutions for blockchain and crypto all in one spot from the best minds in the industry. And that's what I've been working on. That's why I've not been active a lot in the VIP group or the public group. But hopefully it helps you out. And yeah, let me know if you have any other questions while we're here. If not, we'll wrap it up. And we completely missed the person who requested this video. I'm going to just send the link to them and they can check it out when they wake up, because we're on 12 hours time zone difference, which is crazy. It's 10 a.m. so I don't know where they're at. Anyway, anything else, Mr. Anthony, sir? Anything else you want to look at? Oh, one other thing I'll tell you. People like round numbers. When they're trading, they like 1 cent, 10 cents, $3, $3.50, $3.75. They like round numbers. So you know you're gonna hit a peak somewhere around some sort of round number. So this hit around $4-ish and then dumped back down, right? So they like round numbers. Anything else, Mr. Anthony? You still there? You still hanging out, my dude? Oh, I guess it was Marcos, not Anthony. Sorry, bro. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap this one up because I don't hear anybody else, and we'll call it a night.